Hey everybody, Mike Fifer, Fifer Hobby Supply. Tonight we're going to do update 77, I believe. And it's kind of an impromptu thing because I just had some time to get out here and work on the layout, and I've been busy working yesterday and today. And you're going to see that right now. Okay, gang, this is Sunday. Obviously, yesterday was Saturday. And I got this plaster put in along here for the paved road that is going to go along there. I also got the plaster in for the cabin up above, and I got all the plaster in around where all these buildings are going to go. All these houses and buildings. And then I left space for the dirt road that's going to come down. And you get the idea. So once that's colored, that's kind of what it's going to look like. I know it looks like a lot of plaster just slapped on there right now, and that's actually what it is. But I do have this pretty much leveled out to be able to put the roadway on. And I'm not exactly sure how I'm going to put that there, what I'm going to put. I believe I'm going to use my same foam road that I have used on the other side of the layout. And I think I'm going to cut the edges off it, and I think I'm going to paint it black. Then I'm going to weather it down and get rid of the lines. I think that's what I'm going to do. But anyway, if I swing around here, you can see that I got plaster put in my patch. I got it slapped in there and kind of wiped off the fascia. And I had a bunch of leftovers, so I just built a big mound of plaster there. Just as a, I don't know, a view block. Didn't know what else to do with it, and I thought, well, we're not going to do anything else with that space because it's in the engine yard, so there's a pile of dirt. So that's that. Let me talk to you about what I'm going to try and do this afternoon. Okay, this afternoon, I'm going to pull all these buildings off of here, off the tornado zone. And I have my little apartment building done that's going to go in the very back. But I've got to make a template to lay down on there for the city. And I'm going to take all those buildings off, and I'm going to put some paper together. I think I have some freezer paper up in the crawl space, but I'm too lazy to go get it, so I think I'll tape a bunch of paper together, a bunch of copy paper together, make a template there, and I went and bought a whole row of roofing felt for one stupid little piece like that, but that's the way it goes, and we're going to see if we can get the town rolling. Okay, gang, I once again set up my folding table, put it over the containers that I had down there, and cleaned all that off, vacuumed it, and I have a clean slate. I'm going to start making a template. I decided not to go up in the attic. I'm going to make it out of copy paper. I'm just going to tape a bunch of pieces together, make a big template there, and then I'll go get the roofing felt out of the back of the truck, and we'll cut a piece out, and then we'll foam tack it down there. Hopefully. But that's what I'm looking forward to. We'll see how it goes. Okay, everybody. This is all the paper that I've taped together. And I took it all the way up to the depot in case I decide to take the roofing felt all the way up there. Now what I have to do is kind of make a mark around the outside edge of everything so I know how big the piece can be. And when I accomplish that task, I'll show you what it looks like. As also, you can see that I have it taped in place in a few spots, nothing in the middle so much. Got it taped a couple places over here, but it can't move. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to mark it, and I'll show you what it looks like when it's marked. Okay, you can see that I felt down through the paper and just roughly marked where it's going to go. If there's any place it doesn't fit when I get it glued and stick it in place, I can certainly go around with a sharp knife and cut the edges out where I need to. And I've decided I'm going all the way up to the depot. I'm going to cut the baggage area off the depot because I think the depot's too big, and I will put the parking lot on that side of the depot. At least that's the plan. And I may or may not take the town asphalt all the way up there. Of course, I can scenic over that, but at least you know, if you make this and you put that down, you have asphalt everywhere that you're going to put a building. And if you put a building and you want grass out in front of it, you just build a curb and you out of styrene, and then you put grass in there. But you have all the asphalt down. That's the cool thing about doing it this way. I've done it this way twice before, and I think it's going to work out this time as well. But now you see how I do it. Okay, gang, it only took me a couple of minutes to cut the template out. And as you can see, it fits the area pretty well. I can make up my mind what I'm going to do down here and cut it appropriately. And it goes right up to where the depot is, in case I want to put some buildings up there. So there you have it. This is how I make my asphalt. I'll take you through the whole process when I get it out there and transfer it to the roofing felt. But here we are. This is the template. This is the working template right here. Okay, it's a little bit noisy out here in the garage, but what I do is I take the pattern and tape it down to the roofing felt. And this is 15-pound roofing felt, by the way. And it doesn't matter which side of it you use. And now what I do is lightly spray some white paint over the top of it to highlight where I need to cut. And I'll show you how that looks. Okay, I just happen to have some gray primer. You can see that it doesn't take very much. And I'm going to try and peel the pattern off while I have you guys on here so that you can see what it looks like. Hold on 1 second. I don't want to tear the pattern in case I got to make another one. But there you have it. That's what I need to cut out. Pretty simple process. Like I say, I'm going to hang on to the pattern for now. I'm going to cut that out. I'm going to take it out there and start gluing it down. Okay, gang, here's my pattern all rolled up, snug as a bug. And I'm just going to leave it over here in case I make a mistake. Because if I make a mistake, I'll have to cut another one of these. So let's hope that's not the case. I'm going to cut this and take it out to the train room. Okay, and one thing I forgot to mention is I rough cut it out so that I don't have so much bulk to work with. And I'm fortunate in that I have this little fold-out table that we pack packages on. And I'm going to lay it on there and start trimming the edges. I guess I might be a little bit fortunate in that I inherited these pair of carpet scissors from my grandfather years ago. But as you can see, I had one end hanging out here and I cut as far as I could with it laying on the table, and then I just hacked off the pieces on each side. Now I'm going to turn it around and cut the rest. I would also recommend that you use, everybody doesn't have some of these, but use the biggest pair of scissors that you can get because they cut the straightest lines. So anyway, let's move on. Okay, there we have it. That's an exact copy of my paper. And as I said, I'm going to take it out to the train room. If you're limited, you don't, I couldn't find anybody around that had any of this stuff. We used up all we had. I didn't have any left from the old layout, so I had to buy a roll of that. $34 for a freaking roll. And I used 1/100th of the roll. So, you know, go around the construction site, see if you can find some of this stuff. It doesn't matter whether it's 15 or 30 pound. So I just find it easier to work with the 15 pound. But this will make your asphalt roads in your city. But I keep these pieces. Well, I won't need to keep them, but if I was short on it, I would keep these pieces to make other roads out of or other templates out of. But I will probably be throwing these in the trash. Well, I was going to show you what I'm going to do, but I have a roller. I don't know. I think it's a seam roller for wallpaper. But anyway, once I get it on there, I'm going to roll the whole thing with that roller, and it should stay down forever. Okay, gang. I didn't wait as long as I should, but it's okay. I rolled it all down, and it seems to be all staying down. If it doesn't, I'm going to come back out here in about a half hour and roll all these edges again. But it's flat. Hang on a minute here. This is the roller I used right here. And let me get down here. If I take a picture across it, it's pretty level. It's pretty flat. It's as flat as the foam is. The only place it goes up is down there by that wall, which is okay. They paved up against that wall. I did have a little problem when I was putting it on the tar paper. The newspaper underneath moved around, and some of it got on the surface here. But I think I can fix that or cover that. It's not a big deal. The edges back there won't matter. But the big deal is that the middle of it is perfect. So the bridge will come over right in here somewhere, and the road will go through town and eventually come out over here. But the part all the buildings are going to sit on looks beautiful. Let me see if I can put the camera down here. You can see that it's flat. Once I paint that black or blackish gray or whatever, it'll make perfect streets in the town. And all you got to do is put the buildings where they go. So, let me stand back. I hope you enjoyed this, and that's it for now. Okay, everybody, hope you enjoyed that one. And like I say, it's a little bit impromptu today, but as usual, hope you enjoyed what you saw. And for you, Nancy, thanks for watching.